Earlier tonight, we spoke about our favourite Bulla CCCO.
You'd like to hear more about Bulla cottage cheese?
No thanks, Margaret. Although she is an example of the latest advertising trend of, shall we say, typical ABC viewers racking up millions of views on ads like this.
Yeah, trendsetter, whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center, hit it dead center.
Wow, Ida Buttrose has let her hair down since she left the ABC. Karen, is it out with the new and in with the old?
Yeah, like, older people are a popular subgenre in TikTok, and regardless of age, what performs well is it's A, entertaining, and B, it's authentic. So like we saw with Margaret at the beginning, if it looks like, you know, regardless of whether you look dorky or whatever, if it looks like you're having a good time and being true to yourself, it performs really well in terms of results. Brands are actually very hesitant to using older influencers in their social campaigns. There is this belief that, like, if you need to speak to Gen Z, you need to show Gen Z in the ad. And I think there's a huge misunderstanding that they can connect with other people regardless of age. I think what works really well is if it feels like it's authentic, where it feels like you're actually on a FaceTime with your grandma. And that's, even though, you know, it's that kind of thing that we love of celebrities, is where we can like gaze into their worlds and feel like we're associated with them. It's doing that with influencers and making that content seem really kind of very like off the cuff and, you know, the dropping of the phone. That's an intentional gag, but she does it in such a way that it feels like it's just like, oh, grandma's, you know, she's clumsy again.
Yeah, I mean, I fell down the Margaret TikTok hole, along with the other 11 million views of her work.
Millions and millions of views.
Millions of people are viewing it. And I started reading some of the comments, and one of the comments I thought was quite insightful, which was this, because 60% of TikTok is Gen Z. And one of the young people jokingly said, "Can you be my gran?" And she wrote back, "That's not my job description." And there's something in that, right? So there's a generation of people that are stuck to their phones like this, and then suddenly they're seeing these older, what they call, you know, grandfluencers, you know, older people just living life and being, and they, in some weird way, are looking up to that because they're in their medium. And I think it is powerful. I mean, also, I love how there's no production value. Like the whole 11 million views for an ad, we'd be stoked, we'd be thrilled that you got that many views. That's just her with a phone and it's doing so well. So I think there's something in it. I think all trends, you know, there's no such thing as viral. Like all trends have some sort of psychological basis to them. And in this case, maybe it is just young people looking to old people in a medium that they're on.
But that also means this Pepsi ad probably isn't there yet because it feels like they're throwing gang signs in Footscray, which is not really what I think anyone would say is right. Like, you know, Gen Z like the internet because it's weird, and I think there's like, if you try to be too cool, it's not weird anymore, and this is too cool.
It didn't look like they were on Pepsi, it looked like they were on Coke.